Said the other night I was feeling a little bored, if nothing to do during the day, and until I can get this open here. So I found myself on eBay and getting into more trouble, but I ordered from the Stratosphere on eBay, which they have a lot of Fender stuff. They break guitars up for parts and whatnot. And if I can do this without making a mess here, I'm going to pause this for a minute and I'll get these unwrapped so I'm not boring you. Okay, get this bubble wrap out of the way, and we have graffiti yellow, HSS, and we got purple. We got bubble wrap cut, and this is just SSS. Everybody, kitchen table again with more guitar parts. I recently felt I kind of ran my course with the Warmouth assemblies and had a blast doing it. Really good hobby. If you looked at any other videos, I did a short scale bass in satin black with a lizard and a frog on it, and that came out pretty cool. And then I branched out a little bit, got a little more courageous, and did the silver Strat with the fish on it. And I tend to start out a little cautious when I do things like paint guitar bodies. So I kind of progressed from the lizard and the frog to the fish, and recently was inspired by a young woman, Emilie in California, who does freehand or freelance, I guess, artwork on guitars, and really beautiful, intricate work. I'll see if I can grab a couple pictures and put them up here, and I'll leave a link to her website. But she sells these guitars through Danville Music in California, and it kind of inspired me a little bit to get a little more courageous, if you will, and do a little more detail of my guitars. She does freehand, which is awesome. I'm going to do stencils because it kind of keeps everything dimensional, you know. And but it's just very relaxing and cathartic to paint and have something come to life. Okay, before I get going crazy with stencils, which I have here, I'm just going to do a little test with the paint on the back here. I'm going to sand a little area with a 2000 grit paper, and then I'll leave the other plain, and I'll just do 2 samples of the craft paint to see if I need to sand the whole body before I stencil. So we'll give it a little whirl here and see how things go. I'm just going to do behind the neck plate a little bit. That way I can sand it off if need be. So just going to hit a little bit with 2000 and see. Do side by side. All right, so I just did two little samples. One on a sanded area and one on just a plain gloss. And I'll let that dry and give a little thumbnail test or something and see how it works. All right, I did the little paint test, sanded and unsanded the yellow, and definitely it adheres a lot better where it was sanded, which makes sense. So what I'm going to do is pop the internals out of this, pick guard off, and give the whole body a light sanding with a 2000 grit. And I think what I'm going to do is put the black pick guard with the HSS and the purple guitar, and then do like a mint or an off-white on the yellow one. I think it'll go better with what I'm planning on stenciling. So we'll get doing that, doing a little sanding here, and see how it goes. Okay, got everything taken out, and quick light sanding with 2000 grit, and we'll do some stenciling. Okay, I'm about 80% done with the stenciling. Kind of not a grade school quality. I did some ivy. And back to the lizards, I put a salamander and my frog and dragonfly, a couple of bees, and the sun and whatnot. So we'll finish the detail on that and maybe do a little bit on the back. And I think I might keep the HSS in this. I got some pick guards from Stratosphere. I thought maybe like a natural wood grain would go okay with this. So I got a light wood grain and then a rosewood, and I'll pop them on and see how they look. I just thought maybe the wood grain would look better with ivy and whatnot. But they were super inexpensive. The rosewood I think was $10 from the Stratosphere, and the lighter maple I think was $5. So we'll see how they look. And I've been thinking I'm gonna use the super wide neck from Warmouth on it. And then maybe just do some experimentation with different gauge strings instead of just doing a standard set of 9s or 10s. I might beef up the higher strings to like, I don't know, maybe 11s and 12s, and then use lighter strings on the bass strings. You know, like see how they sound. Just vary it up a little bit so there's more mid-range strings, kind of. But I don't know, just experimenting. This is a science project, art project. So that's where we're at. I was a little worried about how the clear is going to work on the Squire finish. I've had good luck using clear on the Warmouth paints, but I don't know how Squire paint works with, you know, aftermarket clear. But we'll find out, and we'll just keep on clicking away here. All right, just doing a little soldering here. I had a few Fender Yosemite pickups that I didn't use in a previous guitar. So I put the neck and the middle pickup, Yosemite pickups, in this guitar. I took the Squires out. I don't think it's going to make a heck of a lot of difference, but figured I'd do it anyway. And I got the guitar painted, and we'll do a major reveal here momentarily once I get it put together. If you can stand the suspense and anticipation. Well, it's done. The big reveal. So I'll just go over a few snags I ran into, but I'll show you what the guitar looks like, all painted. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's got some ivy, salamander, dragonfly, got the sun, a few bumblebees, and a frog, and some kind of bug down at the bottom there, red bug. And I got the wood grain pickguard, and as I said earlier, I soldered in 2 Fender Yosemite pickups in the neck and middle position, and I kept the humbucker and did the tap test before I put it together, and everything worked okay. So that's good. I ended up, I said earlier I was going to use the super wide Warmouth neck, and I prepared it. I just had some extra parts laying around. I had some Spurzl tuners, which I put in. And I painted a little bumblebee on the headstock. Unfortunately, when I put this neck on, I sanded it a little bit to get a good fit in the pocket, and it seemed to fit okay, but the holes were just a little off from the body. So I didn't want to force it. So I had the other Squire Strat neck from that white one. I put the fretless neck on. So I had the original Squire neck, which I put on it with the original tuners. So it seemed to work out okay. I had some knobs in my inventory of miscellaneous parts, and I put the, I guess they're like a vintage white or ivory pickup covers. It was funny, I had pickup covers that they didn't fit the Squire pickups, the original Strat they're two different, slightly different sizes. So anyway, I got the two fender pickups in it, and the original humbucker in the bridge, and the knobs fit pretty good. It was a close call, as any science project goes. The volume knob was just kind of rubbing up against this bezel I put around the humbucker. When I had the original pick guard, it just had a single coil slot cut in it at the bridge. So I cut out the square for the humbucker, and obviously the holes for the single coil didn't line up. So I drilled new holes, and then I had the bezel from a Taylor guitar I had, some extra parts laying around. So I put that on, and everything kind of seems to line up okay. I'm going to plug it in here in a minute. I got it tuned up and set up pretty good, I think. And then on the back, I just had probably a dozen back plates. So I picked out a off-white one and put that on. Did a hummingbird and a couple little flowers and another little bug of some sort, or a little dragonfly, or I don't know what those little bugs are called, but so that's it. I needed to put an extra spring. The Squire body came with only two springs on the trem or vibrato, so I put the screws in because it was really lifted up when I was tuning it, coming off the body here. So I really screwed it into the body and then put another spring on it, and that's it in a nutshell for this one. I'm going to plug it in and give it a whirl with my lousy playing. So that's it. And just using some extra parts, which was good. Clean out the extra parts bin a little bit. So let's plug it in. And I still have a super wide neck. I guess I have to buy another body or find another project. Let's plug this in. Okay, well, I guess this is a wrap for this guitar. A little science project, art project. Overall, I think it came out okay. You know, I have my doubts in the middle of it sometimes, especially when things don't fit together like they should. Like the knobs, when I put the knobs on, I put this little bezel that I had around the humbucker. I had it from a Taylor guitar. And then when I went to put the knobs on, they were hitting it, so I had to move the knob up a little bit, but it works fine. But I got to use some parts that I had laying around, and I think it works pretty good with the Fender pickups in it, the Yosemites, and then the Squire humbucker. You know, it's okay, but it sounded pretty good, I think. Let me know if you think otherwise. Not my playing, but the guitar. I think that's it for this one, guys and gals. And the purple one that was in the beginning, my friend's daughter said she might want to try some artwork on it, so I'll leave that for her and see what happens with that. And I'll see you on the next video, I guess, if you dare drop in again. But thanks everybody for hanging around, and see you later. Take care. Bye bye.